The French state and its Muslim citizens have long had a tense relationship. Now it's feeling more fraught than ever. At an estimated 5 million people, the country is home to the largest population of Muslims in Western Europe. The government believes that population needs freeing from extremism. It's seeking to introduce a law which would extend a ban on headscarves, regulate mosques, restrict homeschooling and clamp down on polygamy. But many French Muslims, already feeling marginalised, say they're now being further targeted.
Il y a des discriminations, à savoir que sous prétexte de laïcité, le voile va être interdit par exemple pour les sorties scolaires où on ne peut pas travailler forcément avec, dans le public.
Le problème d'être musulman en France, c'est plus par rapport à ce que les médias disent, les politiciens. Et c'est cette espèce de racisme aussi qui est instauré par rapport à tout ça. Les gens deviennent méfiants par rapport aux musulmans.
Now the government seeks to forge a French Islam, and some imams have already agreed to sign up to its charter of republican values. France has been plagued with attacks carried out in the name of Islam. Most recently, the killing of 3 at a church in Nice and the brutal beheading of schoolteacher Samuel Paty. But some fear instead of addressing extremism, President Macron's answer will make the problem worse and criminalise legitimate political activity.
President Macron and his ministers have been clear that this is not about targeting Muslims, it's about targeting extremists.
The government speaks of radical Islam, Islamism, Islamic separatism. There is no definition whatsoever, which means at any moment in time they can decide who is the good Muslim, who is the bad Muslim. And from Emmanuel Macron's speech, the bad Muslims are the ones who organize, the ones who challenge the dominant narrative, the Muslims who want to fight for their rights. For God's sake, this is a country born out of a revolution. We've had multiple revolutions for the centuries. And so we pride ourselves, on the one hand, when white people do it, but when the black and brown Muslims do it, it becomes a crime and unacceptable.
France then finds itself in contradiction. A secular country apparently seeking to define the limits of religious practice for a minority. A republic proudly claiming liberty for all while shutting down anti-racist and grassroots Muslim organisations. Some accuse President Macron of aping far-right rhetoric to court conservative voters. His supporters deny that.
We've spoken to many young Muslim French citizens who say they do feel targeted by this law, that it does feel like they are being singled out and discriminated against. So what do you say to those people?
Well, I say to them, and this is what I'm going to be trying to be doing here when the debate is taking place, is that I personally, for instance, believe that there shouldn't be any amendment on this law regarding the way Muslim people decide to dress. What we're really trying to tackle is institutionalized Islamist, political Islam.
A more conciliatory tone than many other French politicians have adopted on the issue. The legislation will be debated at the National Assembly in January. Whatever is decided then could have a huge impact on future generations of French Muslims.